We are going to be making homemade sriracha, which I've never done before, but I have some red jalapenos, so I really want to try it. So I'm going to do that today. So for this recipe, you're going to want 1 pound of red jalapenos. And I am just taking my jalapenos and cutting the tops off and weighing it. And I didn't have enough red jalapenos, so I'm using some red shishitos. And I still didn't have enough, so I added some green jalapenos. I also took the core out of half of the jalapenos. And then into my tiny food processor, I'm adding half of the peppers and half of the water. So you need a half cup in total, so I'm doing a quarter cup, blending it all together and then pouring that in the jar that I'm going to ferment it in, and then just blending up the rest with the other half of the water, 3 tablespoons of brown sugar, 1 tablespoon of salt, and 5 garlic cloves. And you want to make sure to use non-iodized salt because it will mess with the fermentation of it if you use the iodine. Now I just mixed everything together to make sure all of the ingredients were incorporated, and then just covered it with a coffee filter and an elastic, and then I just set it aside on my counter and let it sit, and then just made sure to stir it every single day. This was the first day. This was day 2. You can already see a little bit bubbles. This was day 4, I believe, and you can see it's separating. And this was day 5. There's a lot of bubbles. It looks amazing, and you can hear the bubbles popping. It has been 6 days since I started the sriracha, so it's been fermenting for around 6 days. Now we are going to blend it up again. I'm going to use an immersion blender this time because I feel like it just works a little bit better than that tiny little food processor that I have. And this, if it gets a little like spicy, the only thing I really use this for is like tomato soup anyway, so it's spicy, so it's fine. This thing smells really strong. Like I can smell the spice coming from it, and very bubbly. And as you can see, there's like a lot of bubbles, so that's good. It means it's nice and fermented. Okay. I should probably wear gloves and goggles, but I don't have any, so I'm just gonna do this and really hope that it doesn't splash me. After I blended it up as much as I could, I am straining it through a fine mesh sieve and just getting all of the juice out. And I actually took the pulp and put it in a bag to freeze so I can use it for making some meals spicy. I totally just messed up this recipe. I put a cup of white vinegar in there. It's supposed to be a half cup. I don't know why I was thinking it was a cup, but now it's gonna be way too vinegary. I don't know, maybe I just cook it down more. This is very upsetting. It took this long to get to this place, and now I ruined it. I don't know. We'll see what it tastes like. So after adding the vinegar, you want to cook it on medium heat to cook everything down and thicken it up a little bit. Mine probably could have even been a little bit thicker. So I just also strained that and made sure it was as smooth as possible. And then I had an empty hot sauce container, so I took a little piping tip and used that as a funnel and poured the hot sauce in there. So it turns out I didn't actually ruin the hot sauce. I tried it on some wraps, I've tried it in different foods, and it's actually pretty good. It's really spicy, but you can't really taste that it's like super vinegary. It's actually good. I definitely want to try making hot sauces again and experimenting a little bit with like different flavors and maybe adding some like sweet peppers and hot peppers together to make really good flavors. So this was actually really fun. It was the first hot sauce that I have ever made, so I'm excited to keep on trying new recipes and just learning new homesteading skills. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you guys have a great week.